Police are investigating a shooting at a Mesquite high school.
A new approach to customer service accessibility for disabled customers.
How parents are struggling to obtain this baby necessity.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV Nightly News.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us on ntTV Nightly News. I'm Omar Martinez.
And I'm April Pierdont. Tonight, we are following a shooting that happened at Pioneer Technology Arts Academy in Mesquite. What we know is that about 9 a.m. this morning, a student entered the school with a gun. After officers responded, they attempted to negotiate with the student. But during this process, an officer-involved shooting occurred. The armed student was the only one injured. He was taken to the hospital and is reported in a stable condition. School officials say they plan to hold classes tomorrow and will be providing counseling services for those who need it. We will keep you up to date with the most recent information.
And for the first time in Collin County, a man arrested and charged with murder in connection with the fentanyl-related overdose death. ntTV's Chelsea Jones has the story.
Thanks, Omar. In June 2023, Governor Greg Abbott signed a law allowing authorities to charge those who illegally distribute or manufacture fentanyl for homicide in result of death. And now Collin County has put that into practice. The county charged its first person over a deadly fentanyl overdose. Officials have charged 25-year-old Gregory Noah Honesty in the death of a 25-year-old woman. Fentanyl is an opioid that can treat severe pain but is at high risk for addiction. The victim father and Collin County Sheriff Jim Skinner expressed their gratitude over this new legislator fighting this fentanyl epidemic. But the drug issue is so much more than just fentanyl. With more on that, live shot colleague Chris Goodwin. Chris?
Thanks, Chelsea. Greg Abbott passing legislation is just a start to battling the fentanyl epidemic plaguing America. Deaths by fentanyl overdose is only skyrocketing since 2019, and the CDC says that at least 150 people die a day from overdosing on fentanyl. In 2022 in Texas, there were more than 800 overdose deaths, down from 1,500 in 2021. The drug is 50% more stronger than heroin and 100 times stronger than morphine. On top of this highly concentrated drug being in the user system, it's often paired with other illegal drugs. The drug has seen such high rates of use because it's often laced in other illegal drugs sold on the street, and users can't even tell if what they bought is laced with fentanyl. If you or somebody you know is struggling with drug abuse, call the 24/7 confidential helpline provided by the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration at 1-800-622-4357. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Chris. Well, April, this weather has been crazy. First it's warm, then it's hot. I don't even know what to wear sometimes.
No, tell me about it, Omar. The change of temperature definitely has not been helpful in deciding wardrobe. Let's go with our weather anchor, Kate Klein, who can give us more insight on the weather update. Kate, how is this weather treating you?
Well, it's currently, things are looking, for me personally, it's sunny skies right now, and I love the summer weather. But as you look, current conditions right now, it's 63 degrees, feeling like the same. Winds out of the south at 7, going to be sunny skies right now. As we look toward tonight, things are going to cool down to a cool 39 degrees, feeling like 41. Winds out of the south-southeast at 5. It's going to be clear skies tonight. As we look toward tomorrow, things are going to heat back up to a pretty mild 75, feeling like 73. Winds again out of the south-southeast at 9, and it's going to be sunny skies. And that's all I have for weather right now, but stay tuned. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Cade. Well, you know what's worse than bipolar weather? The flu season.
Yes, Omar. And just within a couple of weeks, the rise of flu cases has grown exponentially. Let's go with our segment reporter, Melanie Garcia, who can give us more insight on the flu update. Melanie?
That's right, April. Health officials say flu cases throughout North Texas are at a high across the state. You can access the flu predictions in your county through weather.com. As you can see here in Denton, flu cases are predicted to rise next week. This map includes both type A and type B flu cases. High flu activity has reported in Denton County. Sentinel providers reported over 1,000 flu tests performed in just 1 week, with almost 300 testing positive. As always, health officials recommend you to get vaccinated for the flu as well as COVID-19. Flu season is still far from over. Back to you guys at the desk.
Starbucks has opened its first cafe to enhance store accessibility for customers with disabilities. It's in Washington, D.C. Here's a look. It includes softer indoor lighting to minimize glare, shadow patterns, and backlighting to help people read menu items or in-store information. Materials that minimize background noise or echoes, which could disrupt people using hearing aids. Minimum clutter at the front of the store to make it easier for customers in wheelchairs or motorized scooters to get around. And lower counters where coffee and food is placed for pickup for wheelchair access. All renovated and new cafes will implement the new design features. And coming up, California has once again been hit by devastating weather. We got the story.
And NASA's quiet supersonic first flight is underway. Stay with us.
All right, look up here. 1, 2, 3.
Mom, Dad, I got it.
You're right, Mom. I have.
Has this ever happened to you?
My bike! My bike is gone!
Stolen bikes are an epidemic sweeping college campuses across America.
What am I supposed to do?
It's quite simple. The We Mean Green Fund has partnered with the UNT Police Department to offer free bike locks to any UNT student with a bike. Just show up with your bike in tow and ask.
Now I'll never lose my bike ever again.
Enough worrying. Get your bike lock today.
What's wrong? Are you stuck in your paper?
Pretty much. I haven't written anything in like an hour.
Why don't you check out the Writing Center at UNT?
Well, how do I meet up with them?
All you have to do to make an appointment is visit the Writing Center's website and either call the number or email writingcenter@unt.edu. The appointment is 30 minutes long, and the trained tutors will be able to help with brainstorming, correcting grammar, ensuring clarity, and a wide range of services. They also do walk-in appointments.
That sounds awesome. I'm gonna check them out.
So, when's this paper due?
30 minutes?
For more information, visit the UNT Writing Center's website.
Yeah, it's 6 pages.
More than 37 million people are facing some level of flood risk in California. Flash floods, landslides, and evacuations brings high alerts and risk to many Californians. CNN's Laura Aguirre has more on the story.
The term atmospheric river is becoming mainstream for Californians. Forecasters say another excessive rain system will soak much of the state through Tuesday, dumping up to 10 inches in some remote areas and touching off flash floods and landslides on ground already soft from a similar round of storms earlier this month.
We have a tree like this in front of our house, and so just, a little nervous there.
Many Sacramento residents wonder if they'll be next to suffer property destruction in the recent steady stream of storms. The damage tab in that city alone reported by officials as $12 million before any possible high winds, large hail, or tornadoes in the area Monday.
The big price tag right now was the damage done to the electricity grid.
Thousands remain without power across the state this hour. Fire crews in Ventura County working to manually channel floodwaters away from nearby homes. It's a weather cycle that's keeping many contractors in the state busy.
Within a week or two after every large windstorm, rain or not, we start to get the calls.
This latest atmospheric river is predicted to dump around 5 more feet of fresh snow onto the eastern Sierra Nevada mountains, with the system pushing more of the same north and east across several states into Wednesday. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Do you remember Pugsatawny Phil a couple of weeks ago? He said spring would come early, but where's it at?
Yes, well, he would definitely not make a great weather anchor, but luckily we have our very own Cade Klein to tell us our full weather forecast. Cade?
He would definitely make a bad weather anchor, that's for sure, but I'm here to give you a great one. Let's see. So right now we got mid to upper 60s across the board in North Texas. Going to highlight Paris and Sulphur Springs at 59 being the coldest. As we expand to the state map, we are going to see a bit of the same. Again, low to mid 60s across the board. Going to highlight Abilene at the hottest at 71 degrees. As we look toward our 7-day forecast, we are going to see a very breezy week ahead along with warmer temps as well. We're going to have sunny skies for most of the week, highs in the 70s, lows in the 50s and 40s. Going into the weekend, we got partly cloudy skies on Sunday, and Monday we got cloudy skies on both days. We're going to have highs of 80. Can you believe it? 80, almost approaching March. It's going to be fantastic weather coming up. That's all I have for weather today. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Kate. Omar, would you ever fly in one of NASA's quiet supersonic aircraft?
Quiet as in no babies on board? Sign me up.
Well, not necessarily. Let's go with our live reporter, Betty. Betty, what's this quiet supersonic aircraft?
Thank you, April. Supersonic travel may be looking to make a comeback. NASA is hoping to make this possible by testing its X-59 plane, the experimental plane part of the Quest mission. NASA and Lockheed Martin collaborated on the long and skinny X-59 plane in an effort to make supersonic travel available to travelers and decrease travel times. Approval of this would mean that flight routes like New York to London would take only 3 hours, a route that currently takes 7 hours. In order for the X-59 to move forward, its flight test would have to prove that flying past the current speed limit would not induce a loud and terrifying boom when flying over land, since the current speed limit is imposed due to it. Green flag indicators on the 5 flight tests that are scheduled for this year could potentially mean that NASA could get rid of speed limits and instead institute a noise limit, this allowing for commercial companies to be able to fly as fast as possible. If approved, this will take at least a decade to be available to travelers. For now, all we can do is anticipate as science advances. That's all I have for you today. It's back to you at the desk.
Well, our computer science program has skyrocketed here at UNT due to the ever-changing world of technology. Many major companies hired new employees during the pandemic and are now facing financial distress as the economy starts to recover. Future graduates are now on the hunt for open positions and things are getting competitive. Our segment anchor Faith Webster has more on the story.
Technology is rapidly changing every day with new developments such as artificial intelligence, augmented reality, and quantum computing. This leaves computer science majors beginning to wonder, how will they keep up with the development? Computer science majors are finding that their jobs are already taken by new technology. Due to the mass hiring in the pandemic, many companies are starting to lay off hundreds to thousands of employees as the market starts to settle. This makes upcoming graduates struggle to find a new job opening, willing to hire freshly graduated students with little experience.
That many of us have applied for the same similar jobs, and lately jobs are mostly looking for past experience, and since I don't have any, it's just quite difficult.
With a heavy increase of admittance for the computer science major, UNT has hired lots of new staff to accommodate.
They've been pretty packed, and I think that's just because of the new semester.
Discovery Park, located near Denton's main campus, houses lecture halls, large classrooms, and technology laboratories to help computer science majors obtain a well-rounded education. Technology is our future, and many jobs are requiring more than just a degree to be hired. They would like to see at least 4 years of experience.
Computer science is the future as technology starts to advance, and these students will continue working to make new tech our new tomorrow. Thank you, and back to the desk.
Thanks, Faith. Coming up next, how parents are struggling to get their hands on this essential baby product.
And how one celebrity couple is working to help support a good cause. We'll be back.
What's wrong? Are you stuck in your paper?
Pretty much. I haven't written anything in like an hour.
Why don't you check out the Writing Center at UNT?
Well, how do I meet up with them?
All you have to do to make an appointment is visit the Writing Center's website and either call the number or email writingcenter@unt.edu. The appointment is 30 minutes long, and the trained tutors will be able to help with brainstorming, correcting grammar, ensuring clarity, and a wide range of services. They also do walk-in appointments.
That sounds awesome. I'm gonna check them out.
So, when's this paper due?
30 minutes.
For more information, visit the UNT Writing Center's website.
Yeah, it's 6 pages.
Hey Alex, this guy on the internet says he wants to give me money.
That sounds suspicious.
What do you mean?
Typically, strangers who promise you money on the internet have their own best interest in mind. They often use bounce checks, which will disappear shortly after depositing, but not before they've asked for some money in return.
So he doesn't really want to spoil me?
No.
Well, then what should I do?
The best way to handle it is to block and report the suspicious message, or even consult local law enforcement if you've already fallen victim.
So I guess we aren't going to Key West for spring break.
No.
There's no harm in wanting to have fun while in college, but it's easy to lose track of how much you've had. Apps like Drink Control and Alkadroid can help keep track of your consumption and blood alcohol levels. If you or someone else does drink too much, the signs of alcohol poisoning are as follows: pale skin, vomiting, confusion, low body temperatures, irregular breathing, blacking out, and is hard to wake up or cannot be woken up.
Dude, are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Wake up!
It's an exciting time of year, but it's important to be responsible. If you suspect someone is suffering from alcohol poisoning, get help immediately. You will not get in trouble for seeking help if you are underage. For more info and resources, go to UNT's Division of Student Affairs.
Last September, Texas joined 24 other states with eliminating the so-called diaper tax, helping the ease for some parents in obtaining clean diapers. But prices for diapers are still at an all-time high. Here is how a local nonprofit is helping parents out of a stinky situation. In the state of Texas, an average monthly supply of diapers for one child costs $80 to $100, according to the National Diaper Bank Network. In the country as a whole, the price of diapers has tripled since the start of the pandemic, leading to 1 in 2 U.S. families struggling to afford diapers. Health journalist Hoda Imam dove into the struggle in collaboration with USC Annenberg.
I was really surprised when I had individuals who read my story come back to me and say they didn't know that diaper banks even existed. And so the fact that diaper banks are not well known is definitely an important fact.
In North Texas, such facilities exist, such as the Interfaith Ministries of Denton, directed by Carrie Carruthers.
Our mission essentially is we try to take care of people with small resources and emergent needs to keep them in their household. So one of the resources that we focus on is diapers. We do actually adult diapers and infant diapers.
Last year, Interfaith Ministries handed out 4,534 individual diapers. She hopes to double that number in 2024. But for as much as diaper banks do for the community, they can't fight this battle alone.
If it's somebody who is heavily impacted, do they know about the services that are being provided? And if they're not being impacted, do they know that they can donate diapers or funds to a local diaper bank?
Reporting for North Texas Television, this is Omar Martinez.
So Omar, I know how much you love watching football.
I do, especially Mahomes and those Chiefs.
Well, now I am a big fan of Taylor Swift, and what her and Kelsey have done for charity is really a heartthrob. Pop culture's power couple is giving a garment to a good cause. A Kansas City Chiefs jersey autographed by Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift will be auctioned off for charity. The jersey also comes with a picture of the future NFL Hall of Famer and the singer-songwriter. Right now, the current price tag is more than $3,000. The Guelph Wish Fund for Children is offering the signed shirt. The Ontario-based organization raises money for area children with major illnesses or life-altering injuries. Bidding, which can be done in person, online, ends Saturday. Speaking of jerseys and sports, Omar, did you see all of the points that were scored in the All-Star game last night?
Yes, April, over 300 points were scored, and it was an exciting game to watch. Now let's take it over to our sports anchor, Jay Lathan, to tell us all about this Hoop Fest. Jay?
That's right. It was a barn burner with no defense. When we come back, I'll recap this game as well as the Stars' overtime thriller and a local youth baseball camp hosted by Texas Rangers outfielder.
Oh my God, this girl just got hit by a car. Let's go see what happened. Ma'am, are you okay? Are you okay?
Did you see that lady hit me with a car?
Yeah, we did. I got it all on video.
Oh my God.
Let's go over here and talk about how we can prevent that.
Yeah, not the hospital.
Well, right now we're going to ask you a couple questions on how we can drive safely in the parking lot. What are ways that we can be aware of our surroundings?
Oh, we can look both ways.
Jenna, also, how about putting the distractions away?
Yes, just like our phones, turning our music down, and also not focusing on our passengers.
Where can you get information on how to get a parking pass?
Transportation.unt.edu.
If you park in a garage, make sure you pay on the app or look for further instructions on how you should pay.
And remember, no pass, no park. Let's all try to keep our Mean Green community safe.
Remember, we're all in this together.
Drive safe.
So a man's been walking in the desert for days at a time. He finally comes across a bar and orders a Coke.
That's not funny.
Can I see your voter registration, please? Alright, you're good. No registration, no entry. Alright. Let me see your voter registration card, please.
I'm not registered to vote.
No registration, no entry.
Dude, my friends are already in there.
No registration, no entry.
What the?
Join the club. Register to vote today.
Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis hosted the NBA All-Star Game last night. Let's go to those highlights. Tyrese Halliburton, 2 threes. There's a corner three right there for the good. Here we go. Now Tyrese Halliburton kicks it over to Giannis Antetokounmpo for the jam. He would finish with 23 tonight. Halliburton would finish with a respectable 32. Down the lane, LeBron James goes with the traditional tomahawk jam, iconic for his record-breaking 20th All-Star appearance. Here we go. Curry from deep and bang as he goes all the way down. Look at Curry, man, so inspirational with another Dame from the logo. All good. And that's money, dude. And there goes Karl Anthony Towns with a reverse jam. He finished with a game-high 50 points. And Lillard stealing the show with another one, has to guard them all 92, as the West would go on to lose this game 186-211. The Stars continued their road trip today in Boston as they faced off against the Bruins. Let's go to those highlights on the ice. It was a back-and-forth affair as the Bruins would get over. It started early, and here goes in the first period. On to the first period again. Here we go. The Stars go to even it up with another goal. Shot through the legs of the defender, evening up the game at 1-1. As it's passed around, the Stars go ahead and take the lead in the third period as we get a goal here. Back into the second period, the Bruins go ahead and even it up 2-2. Now in the third period, Stars are on a power play as he shoots and he scores. Stars go ahead and take the lead, but they would go on to lose in penalties 4-3. Stars look to bounce back tomorrow night when they take on the New York Rangers. And that's all for sports. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Jay. Now, I am a fan of baseball, but not a fan of bad drivers. However, in this one case, I have to admit, it's pretty funny. And spoiler alert, the bad guy gets caught and nobody gets hurt. Jeremy Roth has the Demolition Derby story.
Watch a stolen tow truck lead police on a wild demolition derby-style chase through rush hour traffic. After 4 vehicles were involved in a crash in Maryland, police say one of the drivers fled the scene, jumping into a responding roadside assistance truck. What followed was a lengthy chase where the stolen tow truck weaved through rush hour traffic, striking power lines and bashing into at least 13 vehicles. Several minor injuries were reported. After an hour, the chase came to an end with the help of a GPS device on board the hijacked truck, which police used to corner it before arresting the suspect and taking him into custody.
What did you think of that?
That's just crazy insane. I'm glad I wasn't on the road whenever that happened. Well, thanks for watching ntTV Nightly News.
Join us again tomorrow at noon and tomorrow evening at 6 here on North Texas Television.